Is 2.0's Penacony update worth coming back to? I want to discuss my thoughts a bit after finishing the currently available main story, and don't worry, this video is going to be spoiler free. This is more for the people thinking about coming back or haven't played in a while. But if you're someone who has finished the story, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. But just like this video, let's keep it spoiler free for anyone that hasn't seen it yet. A couple of days ago, I finished the main story of 2.0, and honestly, it took me a bit of time to gather my thoughts on this because the story had me on a roller coaster of emotions. But I think 2.0 is probably one of my favorite, if not my most favorite, arc in the Star Rail story thus far since Belobog. The pacing of the lore felt really good. There was an excellent balance of happy moments, funny ones, sad ones, and even parts that just left you in suspense. I think they did an amazing job when it came to feeding you just the right amount of information while also withholding enough to leave you wondering on what's going to end up happening next. I felt very invested in many of the characters for Penacony. Everyone felt unique and interesting in their own way, and there's still much more I kind of want to know about each one. While I can sit here and speculate, I'll have to just wait for the future patches that are coming up to know if my suspicions on any of them are even correct. So, if you're a player who hasn't played for a while, I definitely think this is going to be an excellent patch to come back on. I think one of the reasons I've enjoyed this story as much as I did, and this is basically just my opinion, but it's one of those stories that I think isn't going to be afraid to touch on some of the darker sides of storytelling and touch on some topics that are definitely targeted more towards adults rather than children or maybe even teenagers. I don't know. Some of these topics they can be pretty dark, and this is going to even go on extension on even some of the side quests for these stories as well. Now, if your concern is content, that would kind of depend on what kind of content you like doing. As of right now, this is a huge story patch, so you'll find that there is a ton of content to do, but it's mainly going to be new side quests, new puzzles, companion missions. There's even a new pure fiction as well, and a new event has just dropped, I think, this week. So this is a lot of your typical patch stuff, but nothing quite as expansive as, say, a new Swarm Disaster or Golden Gears. Because though this is like I said, a huge story update, a bulk of it is going to be story related stuff. And that includes an entirely new world, which is going to be great news for the free-to-play players, as this patch is going to be providing a ton of new Jades. I'm not sure on the exact amount, but it is a significant amount. I would probably even want to say, kind of expect like the 1.0 patch amount of free-to-play limited pulls. And that amount of pulls is going to be able to be invested into a new character or even characters depending on your luck. If I were to give this patch a rating, I would definitely say it's probably a solid 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9 out of 10. I don't want to give it a perfect rating because obviously in other games I have seen better storytelling, but as a free game, this is definitely up there where I feel probably the most invested in this story than I have in previous patches, like I said, since Belobog. So I would say I definitely heavily recommend this if you're on the fence about coming back, that this is going to be a great time to do so. However, that is going to be it from me. I'll be in the works for some new videos, hopefully at least once a week with my busy schedule, whether it be topical videos like this one or more gameplay focused. But if you like the content, as always, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you like the video, please leave a thumbs up. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.